You know, just less than a month away now. Less than a month away is Spider-Man Brand New Day. And of course, there are rumors and reports and whispers abounding around online. One of them, of course, you guys have probably heard for a while now, is that Florence Pugh and her character Yelena are going to be making an appearance in the film. That's been around for a long time. Nothing new there. But right now, according to a new report, not only is she going to be in it, but apparently there's going to be kind of an intimate, not safe for work sort of scene between Peter Parker and Yelena in it. As the headline here in Yahoo Entertainment says, Spider-Man 4 rumor reveals sensual scene between Peter Parker and a big MCU character who is an MJ, which is, of course, going to be Yelena. And what they have to say is this. According to scooper Daniel RPK, who again is hit and miss, but one of the more reputable guys around. According to scooper Daniel RPK, Spider-Man 4 could see Tom Holland's Peter and Florence Pugh's Yelena share a sensual scene. Part of Yelena Boliva's role in Spider-Man Brand New Day is her and Peter seeing each other naked, wrote the scooper in one of their posts. Pugh has been rumored to appear in the film for many months. However, Pugh's involvement remains unconfirmed and should be treated as a rumor. Neither Sony Pictures nor Marvel Studios have commented on Pugh's involvement with Spider-Man Brand New Day. All right. So, first of all, I gotta say, I have really enjoyed Florence Pugh's Yelena character ever since that mediocre Black Widow movie. Again, it wasn't bad. Black Widow wasn't bad. It certainly had its upsides, particularly David Harbour as Red Guardian, who's one of my favorite new characters in the MCU. But I mean, I fell in love with Yelena as well. I thought her appearance in Hawkeye was great. I loved her in Thunderbolts. I really liked the character. And it makes sense, since she's in New York, that maybe she might pop up as well in a Spider-Man movie. That makes sense. But I also love the idea, and let me rain on the parade. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to break this to you. But even if this report is true, and I have a feeling it is, even if this report is true, you are not going to see Florence Pugh naked. You're not going to see Yelena naked. It'll be implied in the scene that she's nude.
It's not Oppenheimer after all.
Yeah, this isn't Oppenheimer, which you can go and watch if you want to see her naked. I really don't think in Spider-Man they're going to do that, but it'll be implied. I love the idea of this scene, and I'll tell you why. Because Peter is such an awkward character. And the one thing, that's something that I think both the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield movies did well, is they leaned a lot into his awkwardness. And I think they have done that in places, but I think it's something they could do even more with the Tom Holland Spider-Man. And to me, this is the kind of scene that could be gold. A scene like this could be absolute gold. And I could sort of see it in my head playing out now, that like whatever the scene is, the two of them see each other naked, and like Peter's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," like freaking out. And Yelena's like, "What? Whatever." Like I could totally see that playing out, which I think would be grand and great. So look, there's two levels to this report, right? Level number one is yet another thing saying that she's going to be in it. Again, to me, it makes sense. She fits in that world. I could see it probably more than a cameo, but not too much more, like maybe being in 5 or 10 minutes of the film, something like that. So I buy into that. Then there's the nature of this scene. I just think, again, for me, guys, it's a scene that would lean into the awkwardness of Peter Parker. I think it would be really fun for the audience. I think it would be really funny in the moment. And I think it would be a great way to use those characters. So anyway, Rob, you hear this report. It comes down to a couple of different things. One, do you think it makes sense, and do you believe the reports that Florence Pugh is going to be appearing in the movie at all? And then secondly, what do you think about this report coming out now that they're actually going to have this really awkward scene where the two of them see each other naked? Do you buy into that part? Does that seem out of character for them to do something like that in a Spider-Man movie? I don't know. What are you thinking about it right now?
Well, the plausibility of it, first of all, uh, I believe that it could have happened because they were shooting Doomsday and they were shooting, Spider-Man was shooting on the streets of Scotland that was doubling for New York at certain points. And they were shooting Doomsday in England. So you Scotland, England, I totally believe that they could have figured out a scene and put them in the movie together. And again, it's a lot of fun. And considering how many villains and how many characters are already in Spider-Man, why not? I could totally see that. Heck, I could see her in that shot with Spider-Man. But so I believe it. I believe it's very plausible. And I think, it really could, because they haven't met before. So, they could probably be, if they were working together, or if they found themselves fighting on the same side, or even on opposite sides for whatever reason, there would be a mutual respect as they go mano a mano, because I'm sure Yelena, being a spy and now a superhero, knows all about Spider-Man because he participated in these other things. And she wouldn't have ever met Peter Parker anyway. So he's only ever been Spider-Man, and she would probably be intrigued by him. So I could see the scene when I don't know how they both find themselves naked, or maybe in the heat of battle, it, gets their blood pressure racing. And, Peter Parker doesn't have to be a monk. So I could see something like that happen to very humorous effect, especially with everything else going on in this movie. Plus, he's having all of these genetic anomalies or whatever. So you never know what's happening. I like the idea overall, John. I like it. And plus, I am a huge Florence Pugh fan. I think she's terrific. And I would love to see a scene like this, to be honest.
I think it would be a lot of fun for them to do something like that. And again, like to people, and I've seen some people in live chat saying they're not going to do something that hardcore. Guys, lots of PG movies can, if you just, it depends on your camera angles and your shots and certain place things.
You just do an over the shoulder
nudity.
You do an over the shoulder shot, which implies that she's frontal nudity to him in the background. Yeah.
Austin Powers that stuff.
It's very easy. Television shows do that. It's not difficult to do. And you could be creating a really fun, awkward moment that I just think it sounds like it would be a lot of fun in the movie. Again, look, do I know that this scene is happening in the film? Absolutely not. We're just going off what this report is. That may or may not be true. But again, with Daniel RPK, might be true, might not be, but he's definitely gotten a number of things completely right. So we'll see where that goes. I personally am buying into it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this on two different levels? One, yet another of a long list of reports saying that Florence Pugh would be appearing in the film. But secondly, the idea of this little fun scene where the two of them are in this awkward situation. I think it sounds like it would be a lot of fun and play right into the Peter character's awkwardness. But whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.